to be. She's supposed to understand that, hey, I gotta be humble to this man. I don't care if I make more money or not. She's gotta be humble unto that man.
But you know what? How wicked they were wicked, but he was righteous.
Yeah.
Because he said that she committed adultery.
That's what she just said, right?
That's what he said.
Yeah. And then when he left, he said, "God bless you, God."
Yeah.
She didn't say that. She wanted somebody to come and rescue her because she destroyed more than he is. Because society's allowed her to have that wicked mind state. Right. And that's why she realized, like, oh, what's going on? Come to your rescue. If we wasn't doing all that, so she's like, I better bounce. Now after this, brother, I was like, she don't really want to hear what we really got to say about that situation.
She won't stick around.
She wasn't going to stick around for us to answer his question with the sins of, the judgment for adultery.
Right.
There's no beta male sense over here.
Yes. This is Judah 5 and 17.
Is your other favorite?
This is my favorite. This is my new favorite. Judah 5 and 17. It says, and whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered, because the Most High power that hateth iniquity was with them.
That was talking about us. Let's get Jeremiah.
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. But now are they returned to their God, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem before their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if
we got a chance to beat them if they're sinning away from their God. You know, so let us take this advantage of this moment to be Lord over them and to prosper against them.
It says, verse 21, but if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world. So as long as we're in sin against the Heavenly Father, they got that advantage over us, where they can, as long as they can keep us, indoctrinated with all the wayward philosophies of this world, they're gonna remain in power over us. But if every Israelite on the planet Earth turn back to the Lord and acknowledge that their wicked ways and pray for the Lord to have mercy on them and to forgive them, Most High would have destroyed this devil a long time ago.
Yeah. And that precept talked about so much. It went into the curses.
Big picture.
The big picture. It took it all. The further we are from our power, the less we have power.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The more advantage that they'll have over us. Because they're not governed by a God like that.
Hey, Hancock was spiritual.
The movie, right?
Because the further he got away from the woman, the stronger he got. The closer he got to where he lost his power.
Yeah, that's real.
That woman is that strange woman.
That strange.
Wow, it's the Edomite too.
The Edomite woman. Our people learned their wicked ways and became totally destroyed. Now look how they are. Look how they ended up following after this devil.
Amos chapter 3 verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So he ain't worried about punishing. Somebody get the one in Psalm, the 50? Psalm 50. What does the heathen have to do with the heathen, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
What has that to do? Psalms 50.
Whoever got it first. Whoever got it, start reading.
Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh has said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
You want blessings from me? I wasn't giving this to you. Give it to my people.
Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him and has been partaker with adulterers.
It's the one in 147. 149,
147.
147. Yeah, my word unto Jacob.
Yeah. That's the one I'm.
Psalms 147.
I was right there.
19.
Yeah.
Psalms 147 and 19.
Yep.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
The other nations don't know the judgments of the Heavenly Father. We're the ones that it was personally given unto to prosper and to live the right way with. But when we don't, that's why Judith was so big when his brothers just read it. Because they look at us like, damn, they're catching hell. Now's our chance to get them. We must take it as they're going away from their Heavenly Father. Let's get them. And they did that every chance they saw that we had.
And this devil is, and it's spiritual how they get us, because the scriptures talk about how they're the accuser of our brother. They accuse us to the Father day and night about all the evil that we do. But they're the ones, like for example, you heard about J.P. Morgan, that big ship. They got a siege because they caught 20 tons of cocaine on it. $1.3 billion worth of coke was found on that ship, owned by those bankers. Which exposes that they're the ones who smuggle all those drugs into the states. And the ones of our people is like they give it to them and make them sell it amongst our people. But then they get touched up. Now they got to go to jail for it after they destroyed their community selling all these drugs. But this devil's the one that supplies it to them to make them sell the drugs. And Jake in the hood, they ain't got shit to they ain't got no hope. They feel like there's no other way to get by in life. They got to hustle to survive. So Jake get into that. But then they take the fall and they got to go out trying to feed their family, even though it's wicked. Esau provides that for them to keep them in darkness, to keep them in sin, to keep us in trouble with the Heavenly Father, because they know as long as the Heavenly Father is angry with us, He's not going to deliver us. He's going to continue to keep those nations in power. They benefit from us being wicked, being a bunch of niggas and spicks and eating swine and worshiping in the Christian church, getting tattoos everywhere, sagging our pants, wearing dreadlocks.
They'll put pork in everything, like
swine.
Like the brother was saying, the pig. Esau, it started off on the plantation. He gave us the worst. He gave us the guts of the worst animal that don't sweat. Knowing that we weren't supposed to eat it. But now you go into the grocery store and it's what? It's the cheapest meat in the market. So what Jake do? He go in there, he buy it up, and that also goes with seafood too, like the shellfish and all that. It wasn't until earlier, I believe in the 1800s or the 1900s, the mussels and clams and all those foods, they weren't seen as delicacies until around that time period. But then what? Esau overfishes them, and what happens? Jake eat it up. And especially now with those shellfish.
We have this royal complex within our people. That's why we gotta have gold too. We just got a royalness to us. We gotta be high society. We feel like that. Even on the bottom, we feel like we gotta be that. So we want to keep up with the status of the status quo of society. So we want them to try those delicacies and those stinky cheeses and all that other stuff.
Jake, when he eating steak and lobster, he thinks he's fucking.
He made it.
I had steak and lobster. They feel like,
and I paid the highest price for it. People buying Jordans that they're not going to play ball in. How stupid
basketball
is that?
shoes.
Yeah, that you don't play no ball in.
Psalms chapter 64, verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
That was that counsel of them saying, hey, as long as they're away from their heavenly power, we can get them. As long as we keep them doing that, we can get them. But what is he right there? Hide me from them, and basically protect me from them, because they're trying to counsel to keep me away from them. Go ahead, bro.
Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Perfect is Israel. So just by J.P. Morgan having all them drugs on the ship, all they gonna do is put it in the hood. that's basically shooting shooting in secret at the Israelites, man. Trying to do that, that drug thing, man. The gangs and shit, so they can kill each other over drugs.
And the gangs was started by Esau. And drugs, the narcotics, that's witchcraft. That's straight up witchcraft, man. You're tapping into another dimension when you're playing with that stuff.
And that's not the Heavenly Father's dimension that you tap into. You tap into the dimension of the wicked spirits.
Put demons on you.
That puts you in a whole other mind state. But that's the same. It's the same. Think about it. If the Heavenly Father put His spin on you, you can see the seriousness. That's when the guy came up with all that big ass Kool-Aid smiling and fucking silly ass glasses he had on. I was about to tell him just to leave. I was long suffering to see what example he was going to set of himself out here. But at the end of the day, what did he do? He made a fool of himself, right? Because he had the familiar spirits on him. He didn't have the real spirit of the Heavenly Father, which is a serious, austere spirit about the times we're coming in.
See, like your first question was, someone get it. That was a prime example. That he came up here, he heard the prophets, but he ain't gonna get it.
Yep.
So the Lord don't want him.
Yep.
Verse 5, they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately.
They commune of setting traps for us. Like I noticed about Esau, right? He purposely did the math and calculation to prove what is just enough below the poverty level that we can pay these people where they feel like they're getting paid, but they don't earn enough to really live. So that they'll go and push something, they'll do something wicked to get it. Well, and guess what? Right when they do that, we're gonna bring a gun store in the neighborhood, a liquor store, and drugs into the neighborhood.
You forgot one, bro. The church too.
Yeah, the church.
That's on every corner.
Yeah.
Man, they bring all those in our neighborhood to help oppress us into feeling hopeless to where we gotta sell drugs to make it. But so the soul system that we're set up in these ghettos is a system that keeps us away from our Heavenly Father and destroyed. But as long as we do that, they in control.
A lot of Chicago natives and even dudes in LA, like dudes that was old enough to remember, back when the crack cocaine era was taking off. The government was shipping crates of guns into the hood. They would basically put them on trains and let the trains go, and then the trains will stop in the ghetto in the city, and there would be a crate of guns there, and our people would come and get those guns.
And not only guns.
That's why out there in Chicago, all them niggas got military grade weapons, chopping each other down every day. That's why just this past so-called 4th of July weekend, it was brutal out there, man. Esau experiments on our people, and he does that to keep laying those traps, so that we can keep falling away from our higher power. But all these traps that he keeps laying, he's falling into them himself, because he didn't think that with the crack cocaine that the Lord wasn't gonna get his ass back with the oil epidemic. Now they're the ones dying of crystal meth and opioids. They're the biggest drug abusers now. When it was us for a while.
Hold that big Z. Hold that real quick. Bring that one. Which one's one?
This is Proverbs 12 and 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor.
We're really better than them. We're really higher. We have a higher moral system built in us.
But the way of the wicked seduces them.
But we see the wicked prospering in their wicked ways, and it seduces us to do what they do, to think we're going to get away with it. We want to look at, we're talking about the delicacies and having gun ownership and all that, but we can't afford that lifestyle. So we try to find another way to be on that level, but it's all through wickedness. Because the blessing of the sword in particular, we're talking about the gun, that's the ways of that blessing of the sword was given unto the Edomites. It wasn't given unto us. Our blessing is the Heavenly Father, calling on Him.
The blessing of the sword is considered like all weaponry.
The killing instrument, basically.
No, that's not our blessing.
No.
Y'all don't talk about guns.
That's carnal.
Yeah,
The weapons of our warfare.
some people have them.
There's no
but-
sin against having it.
Right.
If you're a registered gun owner and you happen to have one,
But using that,
there's no sin
at
against
the end
that.
all be all.
But that's not.
to save
Don't
you.
put your full trust into
I'm
that.
saying like if a war were to break out.
If a war was to break out,
First off, don't be in that war. Secondly, if you got to defend yourself, then you got to defend yourself. Or your
weapon.
household, yeah, if that's what it takes.
But that weapon's not
But-
going to deliver
Right,
you.
but I would first, before I ever pulled a weapon, I'd be calling on the name of the Heavenly Father long before I have to use that. You know, if I feel a situation like that.
You have
right.
a weapon and you're being busted at
Right.
by the
You
enemy.
gotta,
you
yeah,
bust
you
back. But let me make this point. We're not mounting up guns.
No.
We don't believe in guns. We don't believe in any kind of guns against the government, police, fighting against Edomites, none of that
Yeah.
stuff. So we're not about that.
We don't have to worry about
Yeah.
that, man. We
That's
supposed to be
2/3 of our
power.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they put their trust. That was we talking about putting their trust in Egypt and the ways of
get
Egypt. you know.
Psalms 44 and 6.
Big Z, I want you to finish your precept, bro.
Verse 5, Psalm 64 and 5. They encourage themselves in evil matter.
Never mind, drop it.
They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. So that goes into the experiments that you know, the drug epidemic, the crack. That's an experiment.
The whole calculating everything from the wages that, like, it's a known fact that the average Edomite or white person, they said, makes 18%. You can't just come up with 18% on accident. You calculated that.
Yeah, but
They
it's-
make 18% more than the average Negro, Latino, Native.
That's
Black.
almost a fifth more.
Right.
That's,
That's the
almost
difference of
20%.
having a
That's
boat,
almost a fifth.
living in a nicer neighborhood, eating better food, going on vacations. That's that difference. And that's average. That's just the average. You know, there's some that live, you know, that have 60% higher than that. You know, they calculate these things out. That's what it said. The heart is deep. They accomplish a diligent search. They figured it out.
Verse 7, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded.
Taking them out. We're first taking them out spiritually, but at the end of this whole thing, we're going to destroy their whole rulership.
Yeah, this devil got a lot of pitfalls for our people, man. You know, brothers is using the drug epidemics for an example, and even the music industry. That's another one. Our people, we're spiritual people, so we're into the arts and music, because music is spiritual itself. We learn quicker through
Daniel
music than
8:25.
anything else.
God.
So the major influence come from the different music that's being put out, and our people gravitate to whatever. Like right now, music is as demonic as it's ever gonna be. It's trash, and it's putting all type of demonic ideas in our people's heads. That's why our women are becoming more and more sluts. They have no regard for their own self-worth. They degrade themselves, and really all they see themselves is as walking. Basically, they over-sexualize themselves. They make themselves sex objects, and that's how they parade themselves. And they think that with them doing that, that's the ultimate way for them to get validation from society. City girls, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, whatever the bitch name is. You know, and that's the new thing. So now that's putting influence over our young girls that's growing up.
Yeah.
They think that that's how they supposed to be. So they loud in public. They wear revealing clothing with their ass hanging out,
Glamorous.
their titties showing.
God, and it truly shows you how lost and how confused our people are. Hey, because you have the women of our nation that's in or listening to those certain music, those certain songs and all that, and then they'll basically try to say, oh well, don't look at me for my body, but then that's all you advertising.
Yeah.
Like we always bring up the example. If it's a man walking on the street and he got on a cop uniform, you gonna think he a cop. So if it's a woman with a hoe uniform on, right there, like,
What is she really out here doing, right?
Because I'm dressed this way.
So I'm not like, and then they singing the songs. So you're encapsulating everything that she's putting out in the record.
She twerking like the hoes do.
But I'm not supposed to look at you like this.
They're going to get their whole ass cheek tatted up.
Yeah,
doing it all.
Then I ask you an intellectual question, and you get turned off by me. How am I supposed to communicate with you? Besides on the level that you present yourself.
I'm supposed to value you like I want you to be the mother of my child.
Like quality.
Right.
I want to marry you. I want to put you in a house with a dog, a nice little dog.
Picket fence and all this other bullshit, right?
That's why this place is called Great Babylon, man.
God.
Great confusion. That's what the word Babylon means.
Yep.
It means confusion.
Wait.
Crazy.
You something about it, bro?
Con. This,
But who's in control of that industry?
Right.
These Edomites, the devil.
Yeah,
You know, they're the ones that dictate those that go to the top in the industry.
Hey, and their music that they really listen to don't have all them same messages
No.
in it. Don't. It's the music we listen to that got that bullshit.
It's Proverbs 4 and 16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
Yeah, the real wicked of the earth, man, they sit back and dream of wicked ways to do shit to us. And when they wake up, they can't rest unless they. I ain't impressed with Jake in a while, man. What the hell? I got you something. You know what I mean? Like they just agitated, and when you around them, you'll see that agitated spirit. Like they'll be trying to get you caught up in something. Like, nah, I'm not gonna do that, blah. But they're gonna keep trying. They're not gonna rest until they get you pulled into that wicked vibration.
Yep.
Yep.
Like spiritual warfare.
You said last week, you're like, when you project them long enough, they're going to show the horns.
Yeah, they got to. They're gonna have to.
And it's just like the whole Wild E. Coyote in Road Runner. He every episode he's trying to find a new way to try to catch the Road Runner. And he's willing to go through self-destruction just to fuck up this bird. That's how these devils are with us. And they still seeing like, damn, we trying all this shit and it's still not working. These niggas are still waking up to who they are. You know what I'm saying? They recognizing that they're the Israelites. You know what I'm saying?
And Wally Coyote be having some devices, boy. He be having.
Wait, some way else shit.
Acme in business, right?
You know?
But he
It's
really
crazy
gives
is-
his whole life to figure out how to destroy it.
Bro, it's spiritual because Jake is the road runner and is always Yikewab his ass. You know?
He'll go through the trap anyway and not fuck with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Every trap that he was set for him, he will fall into that trap.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that's in the scripture.
Yeah. That's Psalms.
That's in Psalms
20,
the 7th chapter.
Yeah, 7. God.
Yeah, man. Hey, like Planned Parenthood, that was for us to get rid of our children, to depopulate us, to keep us from multiplying. Look at they birth rate.
Yeah, their birth rate is low.
And their women are the main ones. It's my body, it's my choice. You know, abortion rights for all. We're feeling oppressed. You really want to kill your kids right now? When y'all have a very fucking low birth rate right now, seriously, it's more of you dying than being born. You know, that's Psalms 7.
13 down to 17.
Go ahead.
He made a pit and digged it.
Just read it.
I'm going to start at 13, all right? This is Psalms chapter 7 and 13. He had also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors. Behold, he
And
travailed.
those arrows are talking about missiles. Those missiles that he's been creating all these years, they think that they're going to use that to top all the other world powers that rival their power. Like, I'm gonna just shoot America think they're gonna be able to shoot a missile on Russia, and then they ain't gotta worry about no other problem. Everybody gonna fall in line, just like how it was in when Hiroshima and Nagasaki got bombed. But it ain't gonna be like that. They gonna destroy each other. They gonna wipe each other out. So every device that they created to try to get some type of domination is really gonna be to their own detriment.
Elder Yasharamba said Shalom.
God, hey, shalom. Yeah, go ahead, huh?
Behold, he travailed with iniquity and had conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood. He made a pit and digged it and is fallen into the ditch which he made.
And fall into the same trap that he made, the same ditch he made.
16. His mischief
So Rock 27 and 26.
his mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate.
Yeah, that's why the nations are coming up against his ass. You know what I mean? He's becoming hated. He's the face of terrorism. Everybody know that you're the ultimate mass shooter. All right, you the one dropping all the bombs. You're the biggest coke snorters. You do all the lines. You the biggest drug pusher. You the biggest pedophile. Everything is coming out on you now.
All that filth.
All that filth, man. Your eugenics program that you tried to put against us through Margaret Sanger, well, now you have a low birth rate.
Bro. Can I bring this up real quick? God, this Deuteronomy 30 and verse 7. And it reads, "And the Lord thy power, Yahweh, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee."
That's once we return and acknowledge our offense back to the Heavenly Father. Basically, when the elect are sealed and we get into the kingdom of heaven, and then our people start coming back in the righteous mind state, all the same curses gonna start coming upon all the other nations. You know?
I know, so right. It's like your sister says she's got to pee, and every time I say,
Go ahead, bro.
Example.
Hey,
I
yep,
said, yes,
Marmy.
a drink, but I'm going in the con now.
Now he's the one
My
going
soul was there. I can find one.
He's the one that smited with madness.
Yeah.
Con.
Esau's under the curse.
Nah, he's falling under the curses, man.
He's under the
Love
curse.
God, love thy neighbor. He's got to go back.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey,
that was
Jesse, God bless you.
Okay, I got
Get
it.
that as well.
Sirach chapter 27.
And the growing homeless population, especially like here in Las Vegas, there's more homeless Edomites than Jake out here. You go, hey, and you ain't gotta take my word for it. Just come to Las Vegas.
Drive down the
Come
street, see what's
downtown,
going on
come to
the
all
corner.
these different streets. You're gonna see more homeless, bugged out Edomites like that than Jake.
Yeah.
The curses is coming on these devils,
They be the
man.
main ones on the street corner begging for money.
Con.
Yeah. This is Sirach chapter 27 and 24. I have hated many things, but nothing like him, for the Lord will hate him. Whoso casteth a stone on high, casteth it on his own head, and a deceitful stroke shall make wounds. Whoso diggeth the pit shall fall therein.
Hey, that's the Wild E coyote scripture right there. Esau, hey, that's Wild E right there.
Wild E, yeah, it's clear, bro.
That's Wild E right there. Man.
Yes.
That's another name for Esau. That nigga Wild E.
Wild E.
He's a wild motherfucker, man. He'll try to destroy any and everything just to, you know,
Himself, man.
he'll destroy himself, man, just to conquer something,
He's the
man.
biggest kamikaze, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Look what he's doing to the planet. Look what he's doing to everything around, surrounding him, man. You know? He don't even consider that. All because you want that birthright back, you ain't getting it back,
Get it
man.
back. You gave that away.
getting it back.
You sold it. You didn't just give it away. You sold it. It was a real process that happened, even though it was a prophecy. You still was in the process of giving it away, of selling it.
Hey, hey, I want that back. I ate that shit already, man. It's already in my stomach.
Yeah.
Get it out once I shit it out, but I don't think my stomach-
You want that?
You don't want it. And this is the shit that he got. This is the shit he got.
But what
You
I'm
know?
saying is, basically, you ain't getting that back.
You ain't getting it.
You
back.
ain't getting it back, man. The Most High appointed for Israel it was appointed even before the foundation of the world that we would receive that blessing. Esau wants it back. That's why we've been having that war since the beginning.
Look how selfish this damn devil is. He getting his blessing now, and he still want ours also.
Yeah.
You know?
Where is it that he lost it? In the beginning?
Genesis the 25th chapter.
Yeah,
Get it?
he sold it.
Yeah. Let me finish more on this. It says, whoso diggeth the pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth up a trap shall be taken therein. He that worketh mischief, and it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's why all these calamities is gonna come upon Esau, man. He ain't gonna be able to put it off. Or he think that he's gonna have his social, his technology, his science. He think all that is gonna protect him. No, man. that ain't gonna protect him, man. All the plagues that the Lord got in stores for this devil, like, you heard about these Edomites, they get this flesh-eating bacteria at the beach.
Yeah.
It's only happening to them. I ain't been hearing no other people receiving it. I've been hearing every news source, when they report that, it's mainly Edomites dying from this shit. That's because the Most High is plaguing them. Because why? Because they're the modern Egypt, they're the modern Pharaoh. They're getting plagued, they're receiving the plagues. Because they still got the Lord's possession in their hands. We're still found in their hand.
Like Moses said, what do you think we said? Let us go.
Yep.
You ain't letting us go. Hey, you want to go real deep with it, Emancipation Proclamation, you're supposed to really let us go right back then. Like, hey, y'all the Israelites going back into the land of Israel to do y'all thing over there. They didn't do that. But at that moment is when he really started pursuing us with blood. And so blood is going to pursue him, pursuing to the, Ezekiel the 35th chapter. You know? I'm going to read to the end because it's actually pretty good. It says, verse 28, mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them. Hey, because they mock at us when they see us in the matter of fact, you still holding that lamentation? Yeah. The one you had, 15 and 16, in the second chapter.
I got it.
Yeah, they mock us, you know, the scriptures talk about how we shall be a byword and a proverb in the city.
Yep, and the curses.
And the curses will reproach. Hey man, these devils reproach us every second, man. You know, they always got some type of newfound term. They call you Negroes and you Hispanics, you know.
They labeled us everything.
Everything.
Everything
man.
but a child of God, but the children of Israel.
Yeah.
I got that Lamentations 2 and 15. So this is Lamentations chapter 2 and 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee.
I was thinking this before you read it. And I was going to stop you a second, but I was like, no, let me read it. But a lot of people that come by, that's exactly what they're doing. As they pass by on this street and look at us and be like, oh, look at these niggas, look at these, they just, you know, look how destroyed they are. And then, but they see us, and then they see the crackheads walking, and they see all the people, they really point out to themselves, to their children or whatever, or the people that they're with. Look at them, look how, it's going to say exactly what they're thinking.
All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their heads at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that man called the perfection of beauty?
These are the children of God. Look at them. Look at what they're into. They strung out on drugs. All the things we've been naming. We know that's wrong with our people.
Every video we see their women, they clapping their ass for the ground.
Hey,
so this is what they women reduced to. They just no wonder why, you know, we trick on them. Yeah. We come we drop a little money on them and we use them as a cum rag and you know cum buckets.
Ghetto gaggers.
Ghetto gaggle.
All that shit.
And look how we got their women. What's the saying goes? You know the destruction of a nation by their women, or you know a nation has been conquered by their women. Look at the state of their women. That's how you know they've been conquered, man.
What other nation you know fight over weave?
Right.
Hey, and then blonde weave, shit that don't even look like our natural stuff.
Right.
You don't see the so-called Chinese or the Edomites, Kush, or you don't even see these other heathen nations fight doing that shit. What's that shit called they doing? Dumpster diving?
Yeah, for the weave. Man. Hey, there was women, how many accounts, and we saw Thomas somewhere else, right? How many accounts of women have left their children home to die, and the children died? That they went to buy weave or go out to the club or just dumb shit.
Hey, Con, you got different accounts. The women of our nation having babies, like the babies coming out of them in like Walmart, and them just wrapping the babies up in paper towels and throw them in the trash and just keep shopping or leave.
I just
take them to the fire station.
Then the nigga woman leave the kids in the car while she went to the Lil Wayne concert?
Yeah, Con.
I was gonna say they'll go into the beauty supply store and leave the kids in the car.
One woman recently, she left a year-old, like they were all no older than 3 years old. She left them in a car, because she had it in park while the car was still running. She went in to, I guess, talk to her boyfriend or whatever, but I guess he might have been, I think he was the father of 2 of the children, those 3 children she had, but she went in there to talk with him or whatever in some restaurant, and some fucking carjacker came and hopped in the car with the children in the damn car. But I guess the dad ended up managing he ran out, and the car ended up in traffic, so he managed to track the car, and he caught him, and he pulled him out, and he started basically beating the dude up.
Oh yeah.
And I think they beat the dude to death.
Yeah.
You know?
The Lord always sends an example.
Oh yeah, look, that's a perfect example, man.
Always sends an example.
The end dub, man, she's the lowest quality woman on the earth, man, bar none.
Nigga woman smoking a Camel in her
She the
mouth with
lowest,
Newport.
That's how you know we've been conquered, man.
Job 39 and 16.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it.
She is hardened against her young ones as they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. Because the Most High has deprived her of wisdom, neither has he imparted to her understanding.
Go back up to the ostrich part.
Gone. Now that's
That's
Lamentations.
That's Lamentations.
God, that's what it says.
Okay, so you okay, come.
I'm gonna read it again.
Yeah.
Job 39 and 16. She is hardened against her young ones as they were not hers.
Women don't have a natural affection for their children. They don't. Look at how they shut your stupid ass up. Baby's like an infant, you know what I mean? Like young. Like real young. Like when you gonna teach them something? Like to not do that. You know, but you stupid, you look just like your damn daddy. Just wow, man. Wow.
The love, you know.
It ain't really there.
Love's not there.
That's the curse.
And there's a curse, literally, I'm gonna get it. You got it.
Verse 17, because I'm read 16. She is hard against her young ones as they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding.
He took away their wisdom and understanding. Hey, because that's our role to have that. To give them the wisdom and understanding of what's happening and what's going on around. What's funny is how messed up the society is, taking the man so masterful. That's how good Esau, smart he is. He was like, hey, if I take the man out, they're gonna be stupid, they're gonna do dumb shit, they ain't gonna know how to connect to their Heavenly Father. It was masterful.
They're gonna be effeminate, emotional, which are traits that's not supposed to be in a man.
Yeah, like we read in Psalm 64, the experiments.
Yep.
You know, shoot secret at the perfect. That's one of those experiments.
Take the man out the house.
Man out the house.
Yep.
That's an experiment.
And you leave the children with just a mom. She's a natural conformist.
Yep.
She conforms to the world.
She
Whoever's in power,
Yep.
she just gonna fall in line. So whatever the top is teaching and pushing out there, indoctrinating, hey son, you need to listen. You need to go to school and make sure you get your education. And she's the one that's pushing that.
Yep.
The scriptures tell you that he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. Because the child, the father, he'll know what to install into his children.
Right.
These are your enemies. Don't trust them. Don't get too close to them. You know, you need to be a man, make wise choices. You know, make sound judgment. Don't be emotional. Take responsibility. Be accountable. And these are things that you don't learn from your mother, because she's
against all of
she's
those
emotional. You know,
like the woman did. She came over here hoping that we would captain sailing to this hole, right? Because she was like, he said she committed adultery on her.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we're supposed to judge you, but he already began, and that's your own private situation. That's not for us to deal with. That's what I was telling her. Like, she ain't gonna like what we gotta say about it. But what if she realized we wasn't trying to rescue her? She went on up the street. But he wasn't sure, because he knows how society is and how many
Simp ass.
people, men around here, that they would run to her rescue, even though she's the one that's wicked. You know?
Yeah. So the Lord basically made our women like that. So that's why that lets you know she's not supposed to be ruling over you. You're supposed to be ruling over her. And that's why their order is in the scriptures. For the man to be the head, and Yahweh Shai being our head, and the Most High being his head. The spiritual connection in the family, the men are the conduit of that in the household.
That's why he was married to take us out. So this is like the first people we're seeing, especially these kids, are the first full generation that hasn't grown up with their like 2 generations now without a father. The first one was really like 2 full generations with no father in the house. just or a woman that's ruling over a man, a docile ass man. There's no masculinity in the household of our people now.
Right, because you do have 2-parent households, but a lot of those that you see, the woman is still usually she's still the boss in the house.
Don't you always see like a woman's over there talking while the husband's over there waiting, like you know,
he pushing the stroller,
following
her in the shop wherever she goes. That's not supposed to be that way. She's supposed to follow your lead.
Hey, and something that Hispanics do that I always thought this was pretty cool when I was growing up. But they'll let their woman leave, but they got them. Don't you dare look over there. No, you ain't going that way. Like, he'll still be controlling her, though. Yeah, so it's kind of a half-ass way of what it's supposed to be doing. But it's a half-ass way, you know? But you're worried about the wrong thing. Really, when we walked, the men were walking in front of the women. You better keep up or you'll get left. Hey, and that's where this whole multiple wife thing comes in. Because they understood if you don't walk right, not just walk, but if you don't operate our family the right way, you'll be replaced.
She will.
Right. Or if you can't do it by yourself, we're going to get some more help in here. You know? So, but that was always something like, I don't want to share my man. Let me act right, you know?
Yep.
And so that was a natural fear that would be there to keep them in line, the balance and checks, if you will, you know? Now, they've thrown that all out. That whole understanding of the righteousness of that action, of that part of our heritage, is thrown out. You know? And now that's why they up here now. I got the power. I can have your shit. I'll take it. If you don't like me, no matter what I do, I can get half of all your possessions.
All because of a fucking law that this devil prescribed. Yeah. You see how things can just get so easily just destroyed just based off of the stroke of a pen?
Yep.
Esau, he caused all that, man.
That's why they say the pen is mightier than the sword.
Yeah. Woe to you that decree unrighteous decrees, man. Through his decrees, now there's this disorder in marriage. Men don't really want to marry women no more because they understand that the system is rigged to their benefit. Anytime a man get married according to the state with their woman, they automatically take that L. The wedding day, she's happy as fuck. The man, he like,
you realize he just gave up all his power. Yeah. Most men detach their nuts at the honeymoon and put them in the purse.
Yeah, how marriage is nowadays, you have the man bending the knee to a woman. If you watch that show Game of Thrones, when they say bend the knee to me, that's basically giving servitude. You be in subjection to that other person. Right. So nowadays, men, they bend the knee to a woman. That's basically giving their subjection. They being in subjection under that woman, and the woman has the power of the so-called white man behind her. So hey, that's how it is, man. That's why a lot of men woken up to that, man. And they're not marrying these hoes.
Big toe, inboard. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Yeah, woman's supposed to be bound to the man. That's the righteous.
You go into Genesis, the 3rd chapter.
Yeah.
And she shall, you shall rule over her. Talking about the husband's supposed to rule over your woman.
Yeah, Peter's
righteously, of course.
Yeah, Peter's Sarah called Abraham Lord. Call him Lord. Yeah. So a woman's supposed to look up to the man, be in subjection to the man.
Why? Because
the man's supposed to be her God.
Why? Because that man has wisdom and understanding to guide the family.
Yeah, I got it. It's Genesis 3:16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children.
Hey, they weren't supposed to have all this painful experience when they gave birth. That was a curse given unto women because of what they did as Eve. Okay?
And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
And their desire, they still had a desire to be with men, but now they have conditions that we have to bend to. And that's why he said he created a new thing in the earth, and a woman shall compass a man. A woman shall be in a higher esteem than a man. She'll have more power in the earth than a man does. But that's among our nation. So when I continue to read this, here we go. It says, as back in Isaiah 3 and 12, as for my people, children are their oppressors, meaning an insignificant race of people. Not naturally just children, but a more insignificant race of people. Talking about the Edomites. And women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. Because they go off from the natural way that a man with the wisdom and understanding would guide them into their own thoughts and emotions. Most women, when you watch a woman make a decision, it's funny, it was not Corey Holcomb, it was Patrice O'Neal, the comedian. He said, my woman is so subject to me, she can't make a decision until I make one first. She don't know where to stand on her principles until I show her where I've stood already. And if you do that experiment with your woman, ask your woman to come up with a new idea. Give her a new question that she don't know your position on yet. Watch what happens. What you want to eat?
Go through this every fucking day, man.
What you want to eat?
Every day.
I don't know what you feel like eating. No, hey, what did Eddie Murphy say? And Coming to America, right? So what type of food do you like? Whatever it is that you like. You know, that's really how women are, right? Now some of them are just bold though. You know, some of them are just super out of control and bold. But they really can't stand on nothing consistently until you let them know where you stand on it. And then they'll oppose it or roll with it.
I got the word.
You got it?
And it's 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahweh Shai is Yahweh.
So it's the Most High God, Yahweh, then Yahweh Shai, the Lord, the Messiah, and then the man. But the wisdom passes from the Most High unto our Lord. They share the same spirit, and then the spirit is shared through us. So we're transferring the information, and then we distribute it out to our family, our women, you know, and then down into the children, raising them up in the ways of the Most High God. That's the way a righteous family is established, and we're supposed to pass that on generation after generation. But this damn devil, he took the man out, which breaks that whole connection between the bottom and the top.
The foundation is what is that? Sirach, the 3rd chapter, where it says, through the father is the blessing, the blessing of the inheritance, but the curse of the mother through the foundations. Get that in Sirach. And Esau knows this. He knows this very well, and it works. That experiment worked on us, man. Because now look at the state of our men. They're ruined, man. Men walking around with skinny, tight ass, you know, just nut hugging ass pants, no room in they jeans, you know, colored hair. Men should, what the fuck is men coloring their hair for? You know,
because they want attention like a woman,
like a female.
Yeah.
You know, dudes, you know, lining their shit up and be real
Hands down
perfect.
here is man cleavage.
Yeah.
Just like a woman that has her titties out, it's man cleavage.
Yeah.
You want somebody to look at them.
Yeah.
A woman that say, don't look at me like that, but they got their titties out. What am I supposed to? You're not, well, how come you can't look me in my eyes? Because your titties is out. I like titties. That's why.
Exactly.
Like, it's the same type of thing. But that's also a jailhouse, you know, invitation titty thing, you know, man cleavage thing.
Yep.
As I read Sirach chapter 3, I'm going to start at the top because I mean, it's all good right now. So hear me, O your father, O children, and do after that ye may be safe. For the Lord Yahweh has given the father honor over the children and has confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons. Confirmed, the father confirms it. Why? Because she listens to what he establishes and pushes that vibration. Not about what she wants to rule the household. Most of our mothers rule the household now. And she have the final say of things. No matter how, or if they don't, that's when the man and the woman have that battle over who wears the pants.